Hello everyone, welcome to Nick's Show. In case you're watching this for the very first time, I'm Jimmie Nicks. I am a Pan-African and my show is about an honest conversation about Africa, what is happening within and without Africa, reforms, rule of law, judiciary, and justice. Today I'm looking into South Africa following the ruling and arrest of the former president of South Africa, Jacob Zuma. And the people from his province are not happy. How is that affecting not only South Africa but the rest of Africa? Are there lessons to learn from this? And the questions we need to ask ourselves, are we walking towards democracy? Let's have an honest conversation about the judiciary and the reforms that we need to have in Africa. We have seen before across Africa, members of parliament, senators, governors, and even presidents who do not obey court rulings, court orders. And where are we in Africa in terms of democracy? And where are we in terms of rule of law? And where are we in terms of respecting, independent institution? Of course, we have seen a lot of looting and the stealing and the breaking down of people's properties, destroying businesses. Is this really an honest reaction? Is it a revelation into the desperation of African people in terms of helplessness and in terms of poverty level and the state of emergency in terms of what African governments really need to do to eradicate poverty? What is going down in South Africa? Is it a message that is being passed? Are we ready to see Africa grow in terms of democracy, in terms of independence of institutions? Is this a trial of independence of institutions? Is democracy in trial? What channels do we have in African nations that we can use to channel our grievances? And are people aware of what they are doing, whether it is in disregard to the law or not? In perspective, whatever there are grievances, political or judicial grievances, we have seen people looting properties, people are destroying property and stealing whatever anyone can grab. Do we need to have a twitch in our minds in terms of thinking towards the rule of law? Even as we talk about Pan-Africanism, as we talk about how systems are initially run and how they are supposed to run, because are we ready to see the kind of change that we have been calling upon for African nations? Are we ready to see criminals behind bars? As Pan-Africans, are we ready really to see the change we have been asking for? Because this is just one ruling, one country, one African nation, South Africa. Is the arrest of Jacob Zuma a message to the rest of Africa? Are we ready to support independent institutions? Because when they make such decisions in regard to court laws, not court rulings not being obeyed, and we go out there, we loot, we destroy properties, are we ready really to have independent institutions? Time in past in Africa, there has been an outcry for most of African people asking why do we have double standards for leaders and for the commoners? Are we ready to have one law for everyone, not just for commoners? Are we ready to see the rule of law in place? We need to ask ourselves a lot of questions. We have been crying for change as African continent. The question is, are we ready? Are we ready to see one law for everyone, not double standards, not one law for the commoners and another one for politicians? Are we ready to see African constitutions in place? Are we ready to see the effectiveness and the efficiency of rule of law to set up precedents? Are we ready to change the story? The greatest question that I have asked myself about the occurrence of what is going down in South Africa is in response to our grievances, in response to rulings. Are we ready as African people to see the kind of change you have been calling upon, to see the reforms, to see the independence of institutions? Are we ready to see reforms? And are we ready as a people to change the African story? Where is the line between the crime of looting and the destruction of property and the shooting to kill? Shooting to kill so many people, Are we not like going back some steps? The law that we're trying to implement, the democracy that we are trying to achieve, enforcers who are trying to enforce the law, but then they do it by killing. You're not giving people the democratic space. Yes, it is wrong to loot, but where is the line between enforcing the law against the looters and shooting to kill them? Are we not degrading the same laws that we're trying to enforce? I just think that police really need to reform. In my honest opinion, don't shoot to kill. Let's arrest these people. African democracy is in trial. We arrest one person for disregarding the rule of law. Another team goes on the street to demonstrate, to send a message against the arrest of their person. The enforcers of the law are sent to stop the demonstrations and the looting of cars and destruction of property, but then they break another law by shooting to kill. By whose orders should the police respond to breakers of the law by shooting them and killing them? We send the police to enforce the law, and they kill, they shoot, they kill. They break the law again, shoot to kill, without giving these people an opportunity, to really be tried. Are we not supposed to arrest the same police who killed and we try them as well? So there is a lot of confusion with can we really enforce a law while breaking another law? You are sent there to stop maiming, to stop looting, to stop destruction of property, but then you shoot and they kill without aligning these people in court, without really giving them an opportunity to be tried, breaking another law. Can the police enforce the law by breaking the law? What is the role of judiciary, the role of legislature, and the role of the executive in regard to independence of institution, in regard to reforms? Because if the police are going out there to shoot and kill, they are doing this from certain order. Are the police responsible for breaking the law, shooting to kill? And since they are operating under command, whose command? Thank you for really listening to me, watching, and I hope we can continue to have this kind of conversation